Have you ever noticed that your balance isn't quite what it used to be, but you can't put your finger on the reason why? It doesn't always begin with a fall. Often, it starts subtly, like leaning against the wall while dressing, hesitating on uneven ground, or feeling unsure when stepping off a curb. Over time, these small adjustments evolve into a larger fear of falling. The surprising part? Most people don't bring it up. Balance doesn't vanish overnight. In fact, in most instances, it gradually weakens due to 5 very avoidable habits. The encouraging part is that once you recognize these habits, you can take control and, in many situations, even regain lost balance. In this video, we're going to explore the 5 most common missteps that slowly rob older adults of their balance. Each issue might seem insignificant in isolation, but together they can chip away at your stability, self-assurance, and independence. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond and want to move confidently, without hesitation or fear, these insights might be the key to transforming a cautious shuffle into a sure-footed stride. So be sure to stay with us until the end, because we won't just highlight what's going wrong, we'll also show you exactly how to start turning it around today. Let's dive in. Mistake 1. Overlooking the strength of your ankles and feet. Many people assume that balance begins in the brain or hips, but the real foundation often lies much lower, right at your feet and ankles. These parts of the body are your first responders when the ground beneath you shifts. Whether you're navigating across grass, stepping off a sidewalk, or catching yourself from a stumble, your ankles help stabilize your posture, absorb impact, and signal your brain to keep you upright. As we get older, we tend to lose strength and mobility in these areas, not due to injury, but because we simply stop challenging them. Supportive shoes, years of walking exclusively on flat indoor surfaces, and a lack of barefoot movement all contribute to weakening and stiffening this critical foundation. When your ankles can no longer respond quickly, even slight wobbles go uncorrected, leading to uncertainty, hesitation, and eventually, falls. I once met a 76-year-old man named George who described feeling like his feet were sluggish. He hadn't had any injuries, and his eyesight was fine, yet he found himself stumbling more often. We tested his ankle mobility, and it turned out to be very limited. After just 2 weeks of doing some basic exercises, like foot circles, towel scrunches, and standing calf raises, his balance noticeably improved. "I didn't realize how important my feet were," he said, "but now I do." Want to test yourself? Try standing barefoot and lifting up onto your toes. Can you do it without wobbling? Then, try balancing on one foot. Do your ankles feel active and responsive? If not, you're certainly not alone, but it's a clear indicator that your balance foundation is asking for attention. You don't need any fancy gym tools to improve your ankle and foot strength. Start by reawakening those muscles. Walk barefoot across safe and varied surfaces. Roll a tennis ball under your foot. Stretch your calves. Practice deliberate, controlled steps that make your feet engage fully. When your feet and ankles are strong and responsive, your whole body moves with more ease, control, and resilience. You'll feel it in your turns, your side steps, and your ability to react to sudden shifts in direction. It may seem like a minor issue, but neglecting foot and ankle health is often the first tipping point in a bigger decline. Once you fix it, everything else in your balance system has a better chance to thrive. Mistake 2. Skipping balance training entirely. The second common mistake may not seem like a problem at first, but over time, it quietly chips away at your ability to stay steady. It's simply ignoring balance training. Most people don't see balance as a skill that needs to be practiced. We assume it just happens naturally, like breathing. But the reality is that balance is a complex coordination of your muscles, joints, inner ear, vision, and nervous system all working together. And, just like any other ability, if you don't use it, you lose it. As we grow older, it's natural to become more careful. We slow our walking pace, avoid tricky or uneven surfaces, and shy away from reaching or twisting too far. While this caution can prevent immediate falls, over the long haul, it can create a harmful loop. The less we challenge our balance, the weaker it becomes. I once worked with a 73-year-old woman named Linda who told me, "I just try not to move too fast anymore." We tried a few simple balance exercises, like standing with her feet close together or walking heel to toe down the hallway, and she was stunned by how unstable she felt. "I didn't realize how much I'd lost," she said. "I thought I was being safe, but I was being too safe." Balance training doesn't need to be risky or intense. It can be as simple as lifting one foot while brushing your teeth, practicing slow and steady Tai Chi motions, walking heel to toe with your arms extended, or even standing still with your feet together and closing your eyes for a few seconds. These small, controlled exercises stimulate the communication between your brain and body. They teach your muscles how to react, adjust, and stabilize more quickly. Over time, these tiny efforts pay off, not just in physical steadiness but in emotional confidence too. When balance improves, people walk with more poise. They stretch to reach things without pausing. They move through crowds without hesitation. Most importantly, they begin to trust their bodies again. If you've been putting off balance exercises because of fear, habit, or uncertainty, know this: your body still has the ability to improve. Even if you're in your 70s or 80s, your brain and body can reconnect. Those balance pathways can still be reactivated, but you have to give them a reason to wake up. Don't wait for a fall to be your wake-up call. Take 5 minutes a day to start training now. Because while the ideal time to work on your stability was a decade ago, the next best time is right now. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, leave a number 2 in the comments below so I know you're with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do that. Hit the bell so you never miss new videos. Your support helps us keep bringing you this kind of helpful, empowering content. Let's keep going. Mistake 3. Wearing unsafe or unsupportive footwear at home. One of the most overlooked hazards for older adults is improper footwear indoors, or even walking barefoot on smooth, slippery surfaces. While it might seem like a harmless habit, it's actually one of the most preventable causes of falls. Your feet are the foundation of your balance. Wearing old shoes that have lost their structure, slippers that fall off easily, or simply walking barefoot on tile or hardwood floors strips your feet of the grip and support they need to respond to changing surfaces. I remember speaking with Jack, who was 79 at the time. He told me, "I always just walked around in socks, even at night." He thought nothing of it, until one night he slipped on a rug and nearly fell. "It wasn't the rug," he admitted. "It was my socks. I had no idea I was losing that much traction." When you wear footwear with smooth soles or shoes that don't fit snugly, your feet shift inside, making you more unsteady. Likewise, overly cushioned or high-heeled shoes reduce your contact with the ground, making it harder for your body to adjust quickly to any imbalance. So, what should you be wearing instead? Choose shoes with good arch support, a flat and stable sole, and slip-resistant grip. There are shoes specifically made for seniors that prioritize safety and support, but a quality athletic sneaker can also work well. For indoor use, consider grippy socks with rubberized bottoms or non-slip slippers that stay securely on your feet. Remember, the goal isn't style, it's safety. You want your footwear to help your feet do their job, which is keeping you upright and secure. Bad shoes lead to hesitation and instability. Good shoes boost your mobility and your confidence. It's a simple change that can have a big impact. Check what you're wearing at home. Do your shoes or socks support your balance or undermine it? A small adjustment in footwear can be a major step toward better safety, stability, and peace of mind. And if you're still here, I'd love to know. Drop a number 3 in the comments to let me know this is resonating with you. And don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you stay in the loop. Every click and comment helps us keep creating content that supports your well-being. Now, let's move ahead. Mistake 4. Depending too much on furniture or walls for support. Another mistake that slowly undermines your balance is the habit of using walls, furniture, or countertops for support as you walk through your home. It may feel safer in the moment, but over time, it works against you. When you rely on external support, your body stops using its natural systems, like muscle memory, reflexes, and balance cues, to keep you steady. Every time you reach for a wall or lean on a table, you're subtly reinforcing a message. I can't do this on my own. That mindset, and the muscle weakness that comes with it, erodes your balance even further. Take Sarah, for example. She was 75 and had been using a cane inside her home for years. To her, it seemed like a smart precaution. But eventually, that cane became less of a tool and more of a crutch. It was no longer just helpful. It had become her primary means of staying upright. We started practicing movements that didn't involve the cane. Bit by bit, she built confidence and coordination. I didn't even realize how much I was clinging to walls, she admitted. Now I'm moving through my home with more freedom than I've felt in years. The more you lean on external aids, the less your internal systems, your leg muscles, your hips, your core, do the work they were meant to do. Those muscles lose their responsiveness and strength, making it harder to react to sudden shifts or changes in direction. Here's a quick self-check. Can you walk across your living room without touching anything for support? If not, it's time to start building that independence. Begin with small, safe steps, maybe just a few feet, without using your hands for balance. You can keep a chair or countertop nearby for safety, but challenge yourself to rely on it less. As you grow stronger and more sure-footed, increase your distance. This process not only builds physical strength, it also shifts your mindset. Letting go of walls and furniture tells your brain, I can trust my body again. That mental shift is powerful. It leads to greater strength, improved coordination, and a renewed sense of freedom. If you're still with us and finding this helpful, go ahead and drop a number 4 in the comments to let me know you're tuned in. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a perfect time. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Your support helps us keep creating content that educates and empowers. Let's keep moving forward. Mistake 5. Overlooking vision and inner ear health. One of the most underestimated causes of balance problems in older adults is poor eyesight and issues with the inner ear. Most people think of balance as just a muscular or coordination issue, but it's much more than that. Your brain relies heavily on what you see and what your ears sense to figure out where your body is in space. When either of those systems isn't working properly, your balance suffers. Your eyes provide constant feedback about your surroundings, depth, distance, and motion. When your vision is blurry or outdated, your brain has to work overtime just to interpret basic movement. The inner ear, specifically your vestibular system, helps your brain detect head movement and maintain your orientation. As both of these systems age, they become less efficient. That's when you may start feeling off balance, unsteady, or even dizzy. I worked with Tom, age 80, who was active and sharp but began stumbling more often, especially on uneven ground or unfamiliar sidewalks. At first, he chalked it up to aging, but after a visit to his optometrist, he discovered his vision had deteriorated more than he realized. He also saw an audiologist and learned that his inner ear was contributing to his imbalance. Once he updated his prescription glasses and got a hearing aid, his stability improved almost immediately. It's like I got a part of myself back, he told me. Everything just feels clearer. The takeaway: get regular checkups for both your eyes and ears. Don't ignore signs like dizziness, unsteadiness, or fuzzy vision. Treat these issues like you would any other part of your health. Make sure your glasses are up to date, and if you notice symptoms like vertigo or balance changes, see a specialist who can evaluate your vestibular function. These aren't just aging inconveniences, They're clues your body is giving you, and when addressed, they can dramatically improve your stability and confidence. If this resonated with you, leave a number 5 in the comments to let me know you're still with us, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you stay in the loop with future videos. Every click and comment helps us reach more people and keep this channel growing. Now, let's wrap things up. Final thoughts. Now that we've gone over the 5 biggest balance mistakes, take a moment to reflect. Which of these shows up in your daily life? Awareness is the first step, and the good news is that every one of these issues is fixable. You don't have to aim for perfection, just consistent, small steps. Work on strengthening your feet and ankles. Add 5 minutes of balance training to your daily routine. Choose shoes that support you, not just ones that feel familiar. Challenge yourself to walk without relying on walls or counters. And don't forget about your eyes and ears. They're essential tools for staying upright and aware. These aren't just physical changes, they're confidence builders. Good balance helps you move without fear. It lets you keep up with the grandkids, walk through a store without second-guessing every step, and rise from a chair with strength instead of strain. Best of all, it's never too late to start. No matter where you're beginning from, there's room to improve. Balance is more than just staying on your feet. It's a reflection of how connected you are to your own body. And the more you tune in, the more independence and vitality you can gain. So be kind to yourself, take action, and trust that progress is always possible. Thanks so much for spending this time with us. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below sharing one insight you're taking away and how you plan to apply it. Your stories inspire others, and they keep us motivated to keep making helpful, honest content. If you found value in today's video, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. We appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.